Let's take a look at the rest of the Memphis starting five, brought to you by Dollar General. It will be Bates running the show. He leads this team in 29 minutes played per game. Lester Quinones, a little bit of a homecoming for him. He's a New York kid. You also see DeAndre Williams. He's a transfer from Evansville. Duren and Landers Nolley, a former Virginia Tech Hokie, playing in this game. Here's the Virginia Tech starting five, brought to you by Dollar General. Storm Murphy, Hunter Couture, Nikc Merriweather, Justin Mitz, and a preseason ACC all-first team player, that's Keve Aluma. In the road blues, the Memphis Tigers control the opening tip.
Big lineup for Memphis. Bates at the point at 6'8".
First shot, Quinones, good.
Good shooter, and he's also become a good defender. He's a guy that probably didn't think he was going to be here 3 years, but still a solid player for Penny Hardaway.
We're up 40 miles from where we're playing hoops right now.
Quick double.
In the corner, that's Justin Mitz, off the mark. And it's tracked down by DeAndre Williams. There's Bates. The lob, and it looked like Duren might have gotten pushed in the back.
He did, it sure did. Jalen Duren is a great lob catcher. That one was a little off the mark also.
There's Storm Murphy. Head coach Mike Young coached him at Wofford. Now he's coaching him in his final year of college hoops in Blacksburg.
This is a team that moves the ball well.
And a traveling violation called on Virginia Tech. Speaking of Mike Young, there he is. In his third year in Blacksburg, 20th overall as a head coach, spent 17 years at Wofford, where he took the Terriers to 5 NCAAs. And don't sleep on this Virginia team in a loaded ACC. They are preseason 5th behind Duke, Florida State, North Carolina, and Virginia, and they are going to give a lot of problems to a lot of teams.
Got God coming off an NCAA tournament. Watch this now. They're going to go right at Storm Murphy, the Wofford transfer.
Off the mark, rebounds are going to be tough to come by Virginia Tech.
Here's what you watch for tonight, Rich, with Memphis. Can they disrupt Virginia Tech's offense? Penny Hardaway's team, since he's been there, have been excellent defensively, usually nationally ranked. Can the Hokies run their offense?
Now we're seeing some full court pressure on Storm Murphy, given by number 11 in blue, Lester Quinones.
We'll see trapping. We'll see presses.
Here's Hunter Couture. Oh, and that looked like it was in the cylinder, and they're going to count it.
I'll tell you what, thank goodness for Bo Borowski. The lead official usually does not make that call right here. Take a look. This ball, to me, looks like it's in the cylinder. Tough angle right there, but Bo Borowski underneath says, no, we're counting that. Let's watch now. This is a better angle. To me, it looked like it was in the cylinder, and I think it was in the cylinder right there, but that's the timing of Duren.
So it counts as a three-pointer from Hunter Couture to tie the game. DeAndre Williams unties it. First two of the night for him.
Yeah, this is overwhelming athleticism for Memphis tonight.
Virginia Tech, surgical in their offensive execution. What do they like to do?
Well, they're a set play team. They try to get the ball in positions where their best play, if it's Couture jump shooter, they'll get him jump shot plays.
Here's Nikc Merriweather, and he leans in and gets the foul. Well, we showed you Mike Young for Virginia Tech. There's Penny Hardaway, 4th season as Memphis' head coach, the prodigal son returning to the program where he was an All-American a few decades ago, and obviously not only brings a sense of respectability back to this Memphis program, but now this year he has a couple of assistant coaches who bring even more credibility to the Memphis Tigers.
I would say so, absolutely. Of course, Cody Toppert has been in the NBA. He's been on that bench since Penny's got there, but when you add Larry Brown, the Larry Brown, and Rasheed Wallace, the Rasheed Wallace, pretty good coaching staff. In fact, we were watching practice today, and it was like it really was an NBA staff.
Yeah.
Penny Hardaway turned down an opportunity to interview for the Orlando Magic job where he played in order to continue to build this program. They have not been to an NCAA tournament yet, and that's the goal this season. Watch Nolley.
NIT champions a year ago. Landers Nolley was the most outstanding player of that NIT title. DeAndre Williams cleaning up some trash. He's got 4 points.
Oh, that's a great way to describe it. He is a garbage man. a man that enrolled in college late, transferred from Evansville, and last year he helped Penny Hardaway win an NIT championship.
Aline with that awkward left-handed release gets it to go.
This team has 3 40% shooters career-wise. Aline slightly under, but Couture and Murphy as well. All three of those guys can shoot the rock.
Here's Bates. His first shot of the game off the iron.
Look at this run out.
Couture at the other end, and he missed it.
That should have been a foul call. There was contact on that play, and you've got to protect the driver. Very surprised they missed that.
DeAndre Williams keying the offense for Penny Hardaway.
That's a foul
And
right
all
there.
of a sudden, DeAndre Williams stepping into the spotlight in the early moments.
Yeah, he's a key factor for this team. This is not a pretty team. There's talent, but this is a gritty team. Watch right here on the drive. There's the foul and a good finish by DeAndre Williams, young man from Houston. Highly recruited. His academics were in question. He sat out a couple years, enrolled at Evansville, and last year he was dynamite at the end of that Memphis season. They were 16-5 after he became eligible for the Tigers.
And in stark contrast to the 17-year-old Emoni Bates and the 18-year-old Jalen Duren, you can almost add those two ages together and you get DeAndre Williams. He's 25 years old on this roster.
It means he's old enough to be on the Memphis staff.
And here's Williams again.
Yep.
Great effort, but Kevin Aluma clears for Virginia Tech. Mutz turned it over. Here's Bates.
Now in the half court for Memphis, the Achilles heel early in the season has been dreadful passing. So low turnovers would be an antidote.
That's going to be a foul on Virginia Tech. 10-7 early lead for the 9th-ranked Memphis Tigers in the UPSI NIT season semifinal. It is certainly the toughest competition that Memphis has faced this year, and they're coming off, in some ways, a record year for their program. 4th straight NCAA tournament. They had 4 ranked wins. That's tied for most in school history, and they end up with the best finish in school history in the ACC.
Got a chance to go watch them practice in Blacksburg about 3 weeks ago, and people love what Mike Young is doing. He grew up in Radford, just a stone's throw from Blacksburg. Had that great success you talked about at Wofford, and really has done a nice job. He's created a great environment at Castle Coliseum.
In many ways, this is his dream job.
Yes, it is. Hometown guy. This is the maturation process. Emoni Bates running the team.
7 on the shot clock. Alex Lomax is checked in the game, and Malcolm Dandridge as well gets the offensive board. And a foul called. Well, we talk about Mike Young returning home in some respects after spending those 17 years at Wofford. He was the ACC Coach of the Year, and the best part of this year's team, not a lot of teams can say this, he's got a veteran bunch.
Well, he does, but I gotta tell you, Rich, really, college basketball's been off to a great start, in part because this is the oldest college basketball's really been.
That's true.
In recent years. That's why I think the play's been so good. So many seniors, super seniors, transfers.
There's Kevin Aluma, the leader on this team. Can't get his first shot to go, and Dandridge clears.
You know, Mike Young was not only the head coach at Wofford 17 years, but 13 years as an assistant there, 30 years in Spartanburg. Again, there's that kind of turnover that's just inexplicable if you're Penny Hardaway. If this Memphis team will cut down their turnovers, that's an offensive, whoa! Oh, and I thought that was an offensive foul right there.
Instead, Bo Borowski calls it on Memphis.
Let's watch. You got to have 2 feet on the ground, and you got to be facing the man with the ball. That's a charge, Rich. You are allowed to move sideways or obliquely, which means backwards. And Bo Borowski, one of the best. I disagree there. Memphis turns the ball over 27% of the time. Just to put it in perspective, once every 4 times down the floor, they turn the ball over. The average in college basketball in a given year is about once every 6 times. So that's an area that has to improve.
In the first 5.5 minutes, they've turned it over 4 times, 21.5 per game for Penny Hardaway's club.
Sneaky stuff right here. They run good stuff out of bounds.
Aline, nothing but air on that three-point attempt.
This is a guy I want to see right now. Earl Timberlake, number 0. Transfer from Miami, former Memphis star in the DC area. I honestly think he could end up being their best playmaking guard. Big, strong guy.
Now all subs on the floor for Penny Hardaway with 7 on the shot clock.
They're letting Lomax shoot it.
Yeah, he's the veteran, and he knocks it down.
Passed up the 3 to get into the mid-range and knocks it in, and he's going to pester Storm Murphy. Good defender, 2-time state championship MVP for Penny Hardaway at East.
Murphy can't answer. Dandridge, another rebound.
Good push.
Nice pass.
Yep.
And Lawson has 2.
That's what we talked about. Timberlake is a big, strong defensive end type, but a good feel for the game and a great dime right there.
And Chandler Lawson, averaging just 5 minutes a game, gets a bucket. Thanksgiving week, and that means a lineup stuffed with big games later tonight out west in the NBA. The Dubs and Steph Curry take on the 76ers Thanksgiving night. The Egg Bowl between number 9 Ole Miss and Mississippi State. Friday afternoon from Boston, it's the Rangers and Bruins in NHL hockey action. And Saturday night football is in Stillwater for Bedlam between number 10 Oklahoma and number 7 Oklahoma State.
There's that pressure we thought we would see from the Tigers. They can disrupt you in the full court and the half court. They have length, they have depth, and they're going to try to take Virginia Tech out of its rhythm. Got to shoot that. When you play this Memphis team, you cannot pass up good looks.
Storm Murphy nearly 50% average from three-point range in the early going.
A little different with this length. Nice pass.
3 on the shot clock. He got it up. Gasson couldn't finish it. Here's Lomax. He could be a knockdown shooter if you give him airspace.
Good rhythm, a lot of confidence right there. Good start for the Tigers.
A 10-0 run for Memphis gives them a 10-point lead.
And their defense has been exquisite so far. Look at that swarming.
Murphy nowhere to go, out of bounds, and they're going to say it's still Virginia Tech basketball.
Now, this is harassment right here. Don't want to pick your dribble up here. There's 4 defenders on Murphy right now. The 2 blue shirts, the sideline, and the end line. Coffin corner.
And right now, Penny Hardaway's team showing off the depth that they have in Memphis.
No question. They got 8 or 9 guys that could easily be starters.
Yeah. 5 reserves on the floor for Penny Hardaway. And Kevy Aluma's in the scoring column. Preseason first team, all ACC, leading this Virginia Tech team with 12.5 a game.
They've got to regain their composure on the offensive end now.
Here's Lawson. He's already matched his season total with 2 points tonight. And 2 subs coming on the floor for Mike Young as Lester Quinones gets set to check in for Jayden Hardaway, coach's son. Timberlake will trigger the inbounds for Memphis. And he threw it off the back of Maddox.
Not a smart play.
No. Oh, my! Take that, Tigers!
Well, that was not a high IQ play by Timberlake. I love the guy. I think he could be their best playmaker, but he tried to go fancy right there. And then nobody got back and stopped the ball.
Naheem Aline with the throwdown. Here's Dandridge working inside. Couture grabs it.
Oh, watch the lob.
Oh, and did Mutz get his feet set? They're going to call a foul.
Emoni, there's some athleticism on the floor. It's not just Tigers. Some Hokies, too. Take a look. Got to stop the ball, folks, or you're going to get posterized. I said posterized.
Happy Thanksgiving to all of you watching at home on this holiday weekend. And yes, even the turkey's dunking, along with Emoni, who sent us to break with a ESPN SportsCenter Top 10 dunk. Number 4 in white, throwing down on the Memphis Tigers to get Virginia Tech just a little bit closer to the number 9 team in the country. And Aline came into this game 11 for 20 from the field in his last 2 games. He's 2 for 3 tonight and leads the Hokies with 6 points.
Great shooter, good athlete. This is a team that has some guys that can put the ball in the basket. Try to draw one there. No avail.
Quinones. Duren didn't grab the rebound, and that is saying something.
And that was Aline again with that athleticism we talked about.
So far, our fabulous freshmen have not really gotten in the scoring column. Only 1 shot between the 2 of them, Bates and Duren.
Playing like freshmen. Remember, one has just turned 18, the other is 17, Rich. This is an old Virginia Tech team. Love their long-term futures, no question about it. Each of them has had some bright moments. Good pressure by
Look at Alex Lomax with the steal. Oh, and he lost control on the way to the hoop.
I'll tell you, I don't know what that call was. Hunter, he lost the ball and Hunter Couture got out of his way. Listen, that first game, let's watch right here. This is great defense, first of all. Give Alex Lomax credit for harassment, but watch this now. As he loses the ball, he jumps into the defense, and it's a vertical jump. I just don't understand that call.
Here's Lomax again, guarded by Couture. Number 10 in blue, Alex Lomax. He's been coached by Penny Hardaway since 5th grade.
A terrific team leader.
7 on the shot clock. Here's Quinones, the Brentwood, New York product.
Well, he takes a lot of tough shots. He really does. Yep.
It's going to be Virginia Tech basketball. Right now, the offense not necessarily clicking for the Memphis Tigers.
It's not. It's not. Virginia Tech is, you know, it's one of the things I noticed, and Mike Young told me this when I was in Blacksburg. We can score on most people, but we have to have the ability to defend. Remember, they lost Beatty, the young man who was a great defensive point guard last year, who's now an assistant coach at Texas A&M, and Storm Murphy replaced him. Quinones, 6'6", locked in defensively. Never have a question about Memphis's defense. Okay, good job of blowing up that handoff.
Here's Couture. Off to the left. Offensive rebound doesn't go.
Great challenges at the rim all night long.
Here's Bates in the open floor. Spins right into the defense. And they're going to call a jump ball. It's going to be possession arrow to Virginia Tech.
And that's just, we talked about this, a little out of control by Emoni Bates. He's only 17. You know, it's funny. He's a willing passer. You know, he's ready, he's willing, but right now he's unable to run their team. There's lots of things that he's going to do really well as he grows up. It's not a knock about Emoni Bates. He's going to be a talented player, but too many simple mistakes.
Coming in, Bates and Duren, the dynamic duo of freshmen we've talked already so much about, averaging over 28 points a game combined. They have a goose egg right now against this Virginia Tech D.
I don't mind the points, Rich. They're going to get their points, but the thing that all those guys have to deal with is just too sloppy decision-making, too much contact. These officials have got to get this game under control. We're going to have a parade to the foul line all night.
Here's Murphy.
Good look, but great challenge from the weak side.
Memphis scoreless over the last 3+ minutes.
It's another inexplicable turnover. I'm sorry I get excited about that, Rich, but I want to see, and Penny Hardaway, we talked to him about this today. This is going to keep them from being a team that I think can be a really good team. I'm talking about a team that can get to a Sweet 16.
7 turnovers for the Memphis Tigers in the first 10+ minutes of this contest.
You say they average 21 a game?
21 and a half. And that's an offensive foul on Nikc Merriweather.
Yeah, both of these teams are very sloppy right now.
Check that. The foul's going to go on Kevy Aluma away from the ball.
They've got 21 turnovers a game, but they've won games by 20 or more.
That's true.
And that's the crazy thing about this team. There's so much potential.
Averaging over 85 points per contest in their first 4. Now Landers Nolley. Josh Minott, another super freshman for Penny.
That's a turnover. That's an invisible turnover.
Couture. Stopped. Aluma can't pay it off, but he got the offensive rebound and got fouled for his efforts.
Kevy Aluma's missed a couple of point-blank opportunities. Fortunately, he stayed with it, got fouled right there, but the length of Memphis has spooked him a little bit.
So Kevy Aluma will step to the line, 20 for 24 so far this season from the charity stripe. He's only has 2 points so far, leading scorer for this Virginia Tech team. We talk about how difficult it's going to be for the Hokies to score on Memphis's defense. Well, Memphis has been held scoreless in nearly the last 4 minutes against Virginia Tech's defense, Fran.
A lot of turnovers, a couple bad shots thrown in there. Those missed free throws and ill-advised shots are basically what I call invisible turnovers.
Now the senior Lomax, 10 and blue, running the show. Alongside Fran Fraschilla, Rich Hollenberg inside the Barclays Center in Brooklyn, New York. It's the continuation of the UPSI NIT season tip-off. We are watching the number 9 Memphis Tigers struggling with the Virginia Tech Hokies, and a big part of that struggle, Fran, is because the dynamic duo of freshmen Emoni Bates and Jalen Duren have been held to no points so far and only 1 shot attempt.
They haven't been aggressive. They haven't taken bad shots, Rich. They haven't really got into the flow of the game. To me, if you're just joining us, this has been a very ugly game because Memphis is turning the ball over. And so I don't mind that Bates and Duren are off to a slow start. It's the turnovers that has to drive this guy a little crazy.
Yeah, they have 7 turnovers so far. They average over 21 per game in their first 4 games.
And again, they're going to try to speed this game up and wear Virginia Tech down.
Nikc Merriweather almost lost it. Murphy thought about the 3, got it inside to Mutz. His first 2 of the night, Justin Mutz.
Wasn't easy.
Landers Nolley for 3. Can't answer. Virginia Tech,
what was that?
A chance to make it a 1-possession ball game as DeAndre Williams went flying. Tough shot by Storm Murphy's in the scoring column now.
That's an acrobatic move right there. Murphy went to the other side of the backboard.
And a timeout called by Penny Hardaway. Number 9 Memphis up by 2, but Virginia Tech not going down without a fight.
Storm Murphy, who played for Mike Young for 2 years at Wofford with Kevy Aluma. He's a super senior. He had a choice of where to go. He said, I'm going to rejoin my old coach. And by the way, how about that spin off the glass?
It's the UPSI NIT season tip-off part of Feast Week, presented by Lowe's, where number 9 Memphis is getting all they can handle from Virginia Tech. They have a 2-point lead, 19-17, with 8:15 to go in the first half. From courtside inside the Barclays Center alongside Fran Fraschilla, I'm Rich Hollenberg. Thanks for joining us this Thanksgiving holiday weekend. And Fran, we talk about this super combo of freshmen in Emoni Bates and Jalen Duren for Memphis. So far, they found it tough to get their footing.
Both have picked up 2 fouls early, at 1 field goal between them. So it'll be interesting right now as we look out there that whether either one of those guys returns in this half, because Penny Hardaway does have depth. I have learned to adjust my thinking. I would no longer sit guys automatically with 2 fouls in the first half, because you're essentially fouling them out of half the game.
5 on the shot clock for the Tigers.
And by the way, with this Memphis depth, you can afford to play them with 2 fouls. He's the only guy making shots tonight.
Offensive rebound by Landers Nolley. And Nolley called for the offensive foul as Naheem Aline goes flying.
Landers Nolley was an all-ACC player for Mike Young as a freshman. He was all-ACC freshman team, had a terrific first year. Here you see the numbers right now. Upperclassmen leading the way. And Nolley, you know, he helped them win an NIT last year. I thought he would have been, I thought he was perfect for this Virginia Tech system because he can score inside or out. Now he's just a guy out here for this Memphis team that goes 10-11 deep. Had a great last year.
Aline can't tie the game. Dandridge chases it down for Memphis. And Earl Timberlake, the transfer from Miami, controlling the ball for Penny Hardaway's Tigers.
Little 5-out pick and roll motion right here.
DeAndre Williams, leading scorer for the Tigers, gives it up to Timberlake, and a straight line drive into the teeth of the Virginia Tech defense draws the foul.
Good inside out by DeAndre Williams and a good drive by Earl Timberlake, who that Virginia Tech bench knows something about because his former high school coach at DeMatha High School is now on that bench. There you see Mike Jones, longtime coach at DeMatha. He replaced the great Morgan Wooten, had terrific success, and was recruited by Mike Young to kind of create a little pipeline to the DC area. Although, other assistant coach on that bench, Christian Webster, former Harvard star, joins Mike. But there you see Mike, who coached Earl Timberlake. He coached Markelle Fultz. He coached a kid who's a pretty good football player by the name of Chase Young. Coached a kid named Justin Moore, who's starring at Villanova. So Mike's now a college assistant.
2 for 2 from Timberlake. Extends the lead to 4, counting down to 7 minutes to go.
There's that pressure. They have really bothered Virginia Tech. They've really taken them out of any kind of rhythm offensively. And this is a rhythm team, Virginia Tech, Rich.
Look at Quinones up in the jersey of Storm Murphy. Dandridge up the line almost makes the steal.
This is how you play Virginia Tech. Now, not a lot of teams in America could do this. Mike Young is such a great, what we call quick hitter coach, where he runs offense to get his best player shots in the best areas. Tonight, Memphis is not letting him do it. It's harassment. But you want to do it without fouling.
The foul's going to go on Timberlake. Both teams in the bonus. That means free throws on every subsequent foul, and Naheem Aline will step to the line. He's the leading scorer so far for this Virginia Tech club, has 6 points.
Rich, why don't we reset the team fouls at the 10-minute mark? Like, if we're not going to have 4 quarters like every other entity in the world of basketball, every place in the world besides college basketball has 4 quarters. What it does is it allows you to reset the team fouls so we don't have this parade of fouls to the line here the next 7 minutes.
Aline, a game-high 8. And now it's back to a 2-point Memphis lead. The winner of this game faces Iowa State in the championship game on Friday. That'll be on ESPN Friday evening. Timberlake, baseline, in and out. Aluma, the rebound. And Kevin Aluma slow to get up. And Storm Murphy called for traveling, and Mike Young can't believe it.
I think there's a little bit too much contact going on right now on both teams, honestly, both ways. Because I thought there was a lot of contact on that drive right there, and obviously so the Virginia Tech bench did. No contact, Murphy traveled, they call it travel.
Instead, it'll be Memphis ball under their own basket.
See, the reason
another foul.
Well, the reason there's so many fouls being called right now is and I'm going to just be blunt here, this crew did not blow the whistle early in the game. So now you have a parade to the foul line, and you have a mess right now the next 6 minutes. when you blow the whistle in the first 3 minutes of the game and eliminate some of that fouling, the players either adjust to the officiating or the officials later on in the half have to adjust to the contact, and that's what we have right now.
So Lester Quinones will step to the line. He has 5 points so far. Brentwood, New York product, grew up 40 miles away from where we're playing right now in Brooklyn. Makes the first. Friday night from Vegas, it's the Continental Tire Challenge with a huge matchup between #1 Gonzaga and #5 Duke. That tips at 10:30 Eastern, 7:30 Pacific on ESPN and the ESPN app. Is Gonzaga going to play every team in the top 10 in their non-conference schedule?
Well, it's amazing. When I was with Mark Few a couple of weeks ago, I spent 3 days out there. He said, last year's team, we could have played an NCAA tournament game on October 1st. We're not that good this year. I beg to differ. I think they're a lot better than even he thought. Chet Holmgren had 2 points in that first game. People were belittling him. But we saw what he did last night. It's a long season. The key to that Gonzaga team, Timmy is going to be the player of the year likely. Holmgren's going to be a top 2 pick. The key to that team is Andrew Nembhard, the quarterback, point guard.
Aluma, soft touch, no. And Mutz can't get the putback.
Great challenge at the rim all night long. Aluma has been bothered.
Still no Bates or Duren for Penny Hardaway. The jumper's good by Earl Timberlake.
Look at that full court pressure. Now it's Harris picking up Murphy.
Tyler Harris, who started his career at Memphis, transferred to Iowa State, now transferred back to Memphis. Aleem for 3.
He has been a big weapon for Mike Young. Love their starting 5. Their starting 5 is going to be rock solid in the ACC.
Raheem Aleem, game-high honors with 11 points so far. He had 28 against the Florida Gators in that tough loss in the first round of the NCAAs last year. Malcolm Dandridge for 2.
Another good look by Timberlake. Timberlake's got some post-ups. He's got a couple of assists.
Aluma got a 3. Back-to-back 3s now.
And I think, is that Kevin Aluma's first 3 of the season?
It is.
Yep.
He was 0 for 8 coming into this contest.
Very unlike him, like a baseball 300 hitter in baseball, starting out the season 0 for 8. It happens.
So right now, experience is getting the best of the youth of Memphis, even though the Tigers are still up 2. And Uncle Mo is decidedly on the side of the Hokies.
You know what Virginia Tech's doing right now, Rich? They're weathering the storm. They're weathering this relentless Memphis pressure. Virginia Tech has not been pretty tonight in the first 16 minutes offensively.
And Jalen Duren and Emoni Bates both saddled with 2 early fouls apiece. Have not been off Penny Hardaway's bench.
As I said, I would have adjusted my thinking as a coach. I would have played some of those guys with 2 fouls.
We got a 2-point game in the semifinals. Memphis up a deuce. AC, we got 3 minutes and 52 seconds left in the first half, and Emoni Bates and Jalen Duren have been non-factors in large part due to the fact that they've combined with 4 fouls.
And Penny Hardaway, it's his philosophy, and it's a philosophy of a lot of coaches. He just fouled those 2 guys out of the first half because he doesn't want them to pick up a 3rd foul. I told you earlier, I would have adjusted my coaching. I would play guys like that with 2 fouls because they kind of need him on the court and they have enough depth to overcome a 3rd foul. But neither one of them's had. And this kid has taken some crazy shots. Seriously.
Dandridge working on Aluma. No foul called, but Malcolm Dandridge has his 2nd bucket of the night. You know, all I keep thinking of is Houston in the American Conference. One of the best defensive teams in the country. How is this young Memphis club going to handle Kelvin Sampson's type of defense?
Well, we've seen that in the past, haven't we? We did a game a couple of years ago in Memphis when they beat a very highly ranked Houston team. The talent, they're going to get better, Rich. both of these teams are going to get better. I know one thing, their defense is elite, and Quinones' defense is elite.
Yeah. Timberlake clears, brings it up the floor. The jumper too strong, and Aleem the rebound.
No problem with that shot. Tyler Harris has been on fire lately. The youngster you mentioned that left for Iowa State and returned. Good look by Timberlake, too. I'd rather that than a turnover.
Bodies fly, 50-50 ball. Here's Maddox. Knocks down a triple.
When I went to practice a couple weeks ago, he stood out. Darius Maddox, young man from St. John's College High School in D.C. He's been very solid off the bench. There's a lot of contact in there, man. Wow.
Virginia Tech down just one, and a chance to grab the lead with 2:11 to go in the first half.
It has not been pretty for Virginia Tech thanks to stifling defense, but Memphis has not taken advantage of their outstanding defense.
Aluma wants it in the high post. He's got it now beyond the three-point line. Maddox. Oh, tied up by the huge mitts of Malcolm Dandridge, and they call a jump ball, and it'll be Memphis basketball.
Good piece of officiating right there. Take a look right here. All three officials waited. Let's watch. It's ball. It's ball. It looks like arm at the end, but he had ball first. He's got ball. It's a good call. By the time there was a tie-up, good job by Dandridge.
Well, the bright spot for Penny Hardaway, showcasing the depth of this Memphis team. They dominated in bench points. Now Timberlake directing traffic. Here's Quinones, guarded by a freshman Padula. And a turnover. And we've got a foul on Quinones going the other way. So Virginia Tech's going to go to the line and shoot two. 74% free throw shooting team so far this season. They only make 9 a game. They don't make many trips to the free throw line because they are much more an outside-oriented team.
You know who ESPN's BPI had winning this game? Virginia Tech.
Is that right?
Yeah, slight favorite according to our BPI. I'm not sure exactly what BPI is, but I know it's analytics.
Mutz can't convert either of them. Those are his first 2 free throws of the season.
But we had a lane violation.
So he'll get a third shot at making a first free throw. Mike Young calls Justin Mutz the player with the highest IQ of anyone he's been around in his 36 years of coaching. That's saying something.
I think he could be the defensive player of the year in the ACC. He's certainly going to be one of the 3 or 4 front runners.
And now a player on the floor, slow to get up. That's Chandler Lawson. And he's going to hobble off with 1:25 to go. And a tie ball game. Memphis has led throughout, Fran, and Virginia Tech has never backed up an inch.
It's good news, bad news. Memphis has led throughout without any contribution from Bates or Duren, who have been saddled with 2 fouls. They will return. There was some contact in the lane on the free throw, so we're going to watch to see if there was anything extracurricular right here. Now, to me, it looks like they fell down.
Yeah. Well, Chandler Lawson, one of the bigs on this Memphis team. They've got a ton of size, a ton of length, and that's one of the reasons that Penny Hardaway brought someone like Rasheed Wallace onto the staff. He's never been a college coach before. He was coaching near his hometown of Durham in high school basketball, and Rasheed Wallace is the one who's in charge of getting these big men to play the way that Penny Hardaway wants them to play.
Yeah, and he did a great job at practice today. He's very, very thoughtful. And they take a look at that. You see Lawson, one of 4 Lawson brothers who have played at Memphis. They're redshirting the fourth one. Of course, Diedrich, KJ played at Memphis, then finished it for Bill Self. There you see.
Look at this.
Yep.
I mean, Rasheed Wallace on the left, Larry Brown, the Hall of Famer, on the right, both with North Carolina ties, trying to beat a Virginia Tech team in the ACC right now. Spin move, Harris. And the tip goes.
That looked like Timberlake.
Yeah.
Yep.
So Earl Timberlake contributes 6 points in the first half and gives Memphis a 2-point lead.
I like Earl Timberlake. Watching him on film, I think he can be one of those guys that can play some point. He's a big guy. He can post up. He's been a willing passer today. He's a former high school All-American. Played at Miami last year. Watch him come in on the weak side with the finish. I know it wasn't Tyler Harris on the tip.
He's got some hops, but not quite like that.
Yep.
Storm Murphy. That is something you don't see very often. Only 4 for 7 from the line coming in, but such a good free throw shooter in his career.
And a career 42% three-point shooter out of Middletown, Wisconsin, a Madison suburb. No, almost.
Yeah. So it's back to a 1-point game with coming up on 1 minute to go in the first half. The UPSI NIT season tip-off from Barclays in Brooklyn. The winner faces Iowa State in Friday's championship. 15 to shoot for the Tigers. No call. Jayden Hardaway for 3. Tracked down by Lomax. It's a loose ball and picked up by Harris and the Tigers. Ten on the shot clock. With 7 to shoot, Harris, nothing but air. Tough shots all over the place in this first half for the Tigers and for the Hokies. And now the shot clock is off with 28 seconds to go in this first half. It's been an uneven first half offensively for both clubs. Virginia Tech just 9 for 24. Memphis just 11 for 28 from the field. And 2 for 11 on three-pointers. Last shot time for Mike Young and the Hokies. They have never led in this game. A bucket here, and they'll go to the halftime locker room with a lead. 8 to shoot. Murphy almost lost it. He did lose it. Lomax with another steal. He gives it up, and Dandridge throws it down. Memphis steals back a little momentum in the waning seconds of the first half to go to the locker room with a 33-30 halftime lead for number 9 Memphis. Now, Fran Fraschilla standing by with Memphis head coach Anthony Hardaway.
All right, Penny, what did you like about the first 20 minutes?
Well, I like that we have the lead. We turned the ball over too much, but I like that we have the lead and that we're still winning even though we're playing poorly right now.
You had your 2 big freshmen with foul trouble. What does it say about the rest of these guys that they have the lead?
Yeah, well, we have strength in numbers. We have a very deep roster, and the next man up, when those guys got in foul trouble, we had vets coming on the floor, and they did really well.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Fran. Thanks, Penny. We go to halftime, 33-30, number 9 Memphis with the lead on Virginia Tech. And the reason they have a 3-point lead is because of their defense. Alex Lomax with the pickpocket gives it up to Malcolm Dandridge for an easy flush. And despite Bates and Duren scoreless, we sent things to the halftime report. KC? To ESPN's Feast Week, presented by Lowe's. It's the UPSI NIT season tip-off from Brooklyn, New York. And we have reached the start of the second half between number 9 Memphis and the Virginia Tech Hokies in a close contest. The Tigers lead it by 3, 33-30, and that's despite 2 fabulous freshmen being held scoreless in this game. Emoni Bates, Jalen Duren, usually a dynamic duo. have been held to 0 points and 4 combined fouls. That is one of the headlines going into the second half. As we welcome you back inside Barclays Center alongside Fran Fraschilla, I'm Rich Hollenberg. Happy Thanksgiving. A little early, everybody, despite the fact that Bates and Duren haven't lived up to the billing that we gave them and everybody has. What else have you seen from this game?
Memphis's defense is smothering. They have thrown Virginia Tech for a loop in terms of them being able to run their offense, but Virginia Tech has weathered the storm, and there is an all-points bulletin out for Bates and Duren. We will see them to start the second half and see if they can get it going.
Let's take a look at our UPSI first half stats. You see some pretty good shooting from the Virginia Tech Hokies. 5 for 9 from 3 really stands out, but the bench picked up Penny Hardaway's offense.
They go 10-11 deep, there's no doubt about it, and he saved his 2 freshmen with the 2 fouls, and now they can play a little freer to start this second half. Now, I said this earlier, it's not a criticism. If I'm these 3 officials, there's a turnover, I would blow the whistle early in this half and establish that we're not going to allow these guys to beat each other up.
Bates, number 1 in blue, Duren, number 2 in blue, both on the floor to start the second half. Memphis held to their lowest scoring total in any half so far this season, 33. But they have a 3-point lead, 7 on the shot clock.
Takes too long for Memphis to get them into their offense. It's a tough shot right there.
Yeah. Now Bates 0 for 2.
Look at this, nobody's back.
Couture on the leak out. Blocked, no foul called, and the bucket counts from Hunter Couture. Talk about a tough 2.
Oh, he's a tough guy. Great shooter, but also a good defender. Got some athleticism, and he was not to be denied right there.
Am I missing something, or should Penny Hardaway try to get Jalen Duren a touch?
I think so. I think you got to play through him if you can. Nolley has just been a non-factor as well. So ironic, because he was so good as a freshman at Virginia Tech in Mike Young's offense.
Here's Storm Murphy.
Oh, boy.
Blocked.
Great defense.
Lester Quinones.
Great defense. Yep. But let's go back that last play. Great full court pass. Let's watch this pass right here. Take a look. Justin Mutz up to Couture on the drive. That's all ball. But Couture muscles it in. Strong move. Mike Young told us when I was in Blacksburg, he said, this kid not only wasn't a 3 or a 2 or no stars, he gave stars back. He owes stars. But he's a good, tough player. He was going to go to Wofford, and instead he's been a solid player for Mike Young at Virginia Tech. Throw it in. Throw it in. Had a chance to post up Duren.
5 on the shot clock. Instead, Nolley goes behind his back, nearly turns it over, and forces DeAndre Williams to throw up a prayer that gets answered.
Well, he can pump that chest, and that's great because he's a hustle guy. But, man, that's not great offense right now.
Here's Mutz. Had a clear path to the basket and misdribbled. And instead, Elaine shoots a 3 off the mark.
Good post up. Good
Williams.
Yep. Best offensive sequence in the half court of the night. Good post feed by Emoni Bates. Williams took his time, patient. He turned over that left shoulder.
And the 25-year-old DeAndre Williams has been the best offensive player for Memphis Tigers.
Absolutely. He was last year at the end of the year.
They get it up, and Kevin Aluma drops it down. An and one opportunity for Virginia Tech.
Strong move by Kevin Aluma. Guarded well in the first half. A little spooked at the rim. But he muscles this one up. Young man that transferred to Virginia Tech after 2 years at Wofford with Mike Young. And you mentioned it, Rich. He's a preseason All-ACC player.
He was 9th in the conference in scoring last year, 5th in rebounding. He's their leading scorer this year, had 7 blocks coming into this game as well. And he brings Virginia Tech back to within 3.
Let's see if they can string together back-to-back good possessions.
Bates leaves it for Williams. Now they back it out again. Williams looking for his, not getting it. Mutz, a big rebound.
Solid defense by Aluma and a nice job by Mutz of grabbing that rebound.
It's take another look at DeAndre Williams on the offensive end.
Yeah, watch DeAndre Williams. You mentioned it, Rich. You know, last year when he became eligible, watch Williams right now. He's going to throw that ball up. They were 16-5 after he became eligible. And, of course, part of those 16 wins was the run to the NIT championship in Frisco, Texas.
You may or may not be surprised. The three-pointer we just showed you was the first for DeAndre Williams this season.
It's not his game. He is, you mentioned it earlier, he's a garbage man. He does a lot of good things to help you win games. Three-point shooting, not one of them.
Aluma.
Good D.
Patience. Almost got a 3-second
Oh,
call.
my goodness.
Instead, he goes off the glass.
Now, just so you're clear, the rule is if he's got the ball in the lane, they're going to allow him as much time as he can to put the ball up. If Aluma did not shoot that ball, they would have immediately called 3 seconds on him. And he got lucky because he banked it in. Fortunate break.
Virginia Tech back to within one. A stop and a bucket, and they have their first lead of the ballgame.
Trying to go at Murphy. Nice.
Landers Nolley showing a sweet touch.
Yep. Nice job by Landers Nolley. Took his time. Had a severe mismatch. Knocked it in. Now pick him up.
1 for 4 from the field for Landers Nolley. Not sure where Kevin Aluma was going with that pass, but he got it back and missed the dunk.
I mentioned earlier, Rich, he has been spooked a little in the lane tonight.
Couture, quick release. And Jalen Duren has a rebound.
That's a man's rebound right there.
Transition 3, too strong for Emoni Bates. They call him easy buckets because it's EB. He hasn't had any easy looks tonight.
He hasn't. Good up and under.
Tough shot. The follow dunk, no good. And they're going to call a foul on Hunter Couture. Quick timeout, 15-10 to go. Tight one in this semifinal. ESPN's exclusive presentation of college basketball is brought to you by Lowe's. Welcome back to the NIT season tip-off brought to you by Upseed. It's been a great tournament so far. One very good game in the first semifinal, and this one even closer than that with the 9th-ranked Memphis Tigers leading by 3 over Virginia Tech. Anthony Hardaway not only bolstering his roster with freshmen, but bolstering his coaching staff with veterans.
Pretty good. Take a look. A lot of history between those 3 guys. Rasheed Wallace played for Larry Brown. Larry Brown won national championships at college level and the NBA level, the only player to ever do that. Penny Hardaway, 1996 gold medalist, along with a very stellar career at Memphis. There you see Larry Brown. He's 81 years old. He's done it all. And during the break, he was kind of jawing a little bit with the officials.
Kinda?
And then look, there they are. There they are.
Bo Borowski went over and paid his respects after he took a tongue lashing from the Hall of Famer.
Bo said, I'm not teeing my grandfather. There's no way.
And there's Rasheed Wallace, who helped.
And you know what? Rasheed Wallace was excellent, as you mentioned earlier at practice today with the big guys. Kickball. Spent a lot of time talking to Jalen Duren. And listen, we know Rasheed had a few T's in his day, okay? But he was a great player. Let's watch this right here. This came at the end of a little back and forth. Bo Borowski and Larry Brown. Larry was complaining about the officiating. And like I said, you can't tee up your grandfather.
That is what you call round ball respect.
Yeah, no question. But Rasheed Wallace really was a tremendous NBA player.
And as much energy he brought as a player, he brought that energy in practice today for the Memphis Tigers.
Absolutely. Tough shot.
Tough shot. First shot of the game from Jalen Duren. Couture going right at him.
Same team.
Yeah.
Good challenge by Jalen Duren without fouling.
Lomax.
Ugly would be the word we would describe this, but Virginia Tech is hanging around. Memphis has made this game ugly with their great defense and their offense.
And Alex Lomax, aggressive, but called for the foul. So you call this game ugly. What is Larry Brown's reaction?
Well, let's watch right here. Tough shot. No.
You know what he might be thinking?
Yeah.
Oy vey.
Oy vey, yeah. He went to juniors, he told me. Or he passed by there anyway. The great cheesecake place here downtown Brooklyn. But it says a lot about Penny Hardaway that he would want this kind of coaching firepower on the bench. And if you really watch, Penny's the coach of the team, and Larry pretty much is a senior advisor. Nice move.
A consigliere. So
yeah.
Hey, there's the first two for Emoni Bates.
Remember, this kid's 17 years old. You're not going to see his best likely tonight. He'll have some plays like that, but you're talking about a guy that could be a junior in high school. Good hands.
Good hands, and now the freshman showing up a little bit.
See, Duren should have gone right to the ball side and begged for the ball.
Bates threw it away, but a foul's called on Hunter Couture, and what's worse for Mike Young, that's Couture's fourth.
Yeah, and ill-advised because Bates was off balance and about to throw that ball likely to the white jerseys, and Couture, over-aggressive, which he is, he's a tough kid, and commits a foul, and now we're not going to see him back probably for the next 5, 6, 7 minutes.
You know, you brought up the point of Jalen Duren not calling for the ball.
Yeah.
Is that symptomatic of a freshman?
Yeah, no question. Great teammate. But it's also basketball IQ.
Oh, my goodness!
Get that out of here! Don't you dare do that!
Bates, way off the mark on the other end. Holy blocks in Brooklyn, Batman. An easy two at the other end, and still we have a three-point game.
Yeah, the problem was Duren looks fatigued right now. He could not get back over half court to even be back in the play. Virginia Tech scores easily.
Jalen Duren, second in the nation in blocks per game, and he showed you why he is an elite defensive player with that one.
He looks winded right now.
Duren got his first bucket.
Nicely done. Yep.
So slowly but surely, the fabulous freshmen are putting their stamp on this game. Jalen Duren on both ends of the floor, and it's a 5-point Memphis lead. Back at the UPSI NIT season tip-off semifinal, number 9 Memphis 44, Virginia Tech 39. Tonight's Protection Spotlight, presented by UPSI, features that young man, Jalen Duren.
Yep, only one tonight, but an emphatic one. Watch Kevy a little on the drive. And Duren goes up, bodies collide, he's vertical, looks like a good play. Gets all ball, and the long-term potential of a young man that just turned 18 years old from Philadelphia, spent last year going to prep school in Florida. And Rich, it's unfair to talk about these two kids without just saying 18 and 17. I mean, we're talking about guys that are not going to reach their potential for 5 or 6 more years, you know. And they're going to have ups and downs all season long. I'm anxious to see those kids by February.
Both on the bench now for Penny Hardaway. His team up 5.
Good D.
Mutz, nice jump hook in the lane.
Nice defense, great move by Justin Mutz. Really like him, one of the underrated players in the ACC. Started his career at High Point, then Delaware, and now on his 3rd stop. Really good player.
Jayden Hardaway, he's put in a ton of hard work in the offseason.
No question. Coach's kid. And watching him on tape early in the year, you can tell how much he's improved.
Mutz right into the teeth of the Tigers defense, and a foul called on the floor. KC, we have had a fantastic day of college basketball, and we are finishing it up tonight in Brooklyn with a close one between the number 9 ranked Memphis Tigers and the Virginia Tech Hokies. It's 47-41 right now. The winner of this game has the honor of playing the upstart Iowa State Cyclones, who pulled off the upset earlier tonight, beating 25th ranked Xavier by 12, 82-70. So the winner plays in the championship game Friday night on ESPN. Alongside Fran Fraschilla, Rich Hollenberg in the Barclays Center. Thanksgiving Eve. And the Memphis Tigers are getting all they bargained for against the Virginia Tech Hokies.
Good ball movement last possession. Good shot. No turnover. That's a good thing. But the defense for Memphis has been very, very good, as it has been under Penny Hardaway through the years.
Maluma can't get it to go. Dandridge clears.
He's not had a good night inside, and a lot of it is because he's been challenged at the rim often. I think sometimes Kevy, at least in this game, has got to take the ball to the defender's body and make him foul him instead of trying to finesse it up there.
Tough two. And Virginia Tech on the run. Virginia Tech's only connected on 2 of their last 10 field goal attempts for him. And the foul. We talked about Iowa State's upset win over 25th ranked Xavier. Let's take a look on how it happened. A career night for Isaiah Brockington.
Absolutely. The transfer from Penn State was basically at least a one-man offense for much of the second half. TJ Otzelberger had to love the team's effort. And then this guy, when things got a little bit hairy, bailed him out with some key shots. He was unstoppable down the stretch.
Tyrese Hunter was also a stud.
Oh, he was
as a
good,
true
man.
freshman.
Yep. Nice drive right there by Aline. That's how you take the ball to the defense. And that's kind of what I want to see from Kevy Aluma right there. Aline is athletic enough. Hey, they're going to block your shot. And if they block it and they knock it out of bounds, you take it from out underneath. But you have to take the ball at the shot blocker, and that's what Naheem Aline did right there.
Aline going to the line, 11 points in the first half. Kevy Aluma's leading these Hokies with 14 on the game. Those are the only 2 in double figures.
It's been hard to find easy baskets tonight, no question.
Both ways.
Absolutely. A win for Virginia Tech and a chance to play in the championship on Friday would go a long way to seeing this team ranked next Monday. But they've got a long way to go in this next 10 minutes.
4-point game halfway through the second half. Nice feed. Yep. Lomax to Duren.
Great pick and roll. What you love about that is a big guy who releases early and gets to the rim. Jalen Duren is going to do a lot of that in the NBA.
Maddox look for the entry pass, picked off by Dandridge. Now the big man in the open floor. Bates, look out! Circus shot, Emoni Bates.
Starting with the defense. Malcolm Dandridge with a key steal right there. That's a lot of one-on-one.
Almost stolen. Maddox rises up, knocks it down.
Key guy for this Hokie team throughout the year, the sophomore. They need some depth off the bench.
Punch, counter punch now. Lomax drew the foul on Murphy.
Let's watch this first pick and roll. I want you to watch how quickly Jalen Duren comes out of this ball screen quick. Look how fast he is, and there's no way for Mutz to recover. And then Emoni Bates, there's a second look right there, and he's going to be doing a lot of that, the catch and the drive, and then here's the kick ahead, steal by Dandridge, and watch Bates there. Very easy layup. Something that looks like he's done about 1,000 times. 6'8", 17 years old.
There's Bates again, almost trying to will himself into a comfortable offensive role.
Yeah, Malcolm Dandridge has been a force on both ends. Kevy Aluma did everything he could to keep Dandridge off the glass, and Malcolm has been relentless.
Another one of those Memphis East kids that Penny Hardaway brought to the collegiate level. Coached him at high school and now coaching him on the college tour.
There it is.
Off the back of Storm Murphy. That's the second time they've tried that. This time it succeeds, gives him a fresh 20.
That doesn't give him an easy opportunity to score. I wouldn't take that chance.
4 on the shot clock. Dandridge lowers the shoulder, and the foul, and they give him the bucket.
Malcolm Dandridge has been a key factor in the Tigers stretching this lead out. Watch the drive. And he says the official feels that Aluma was not set. He's moving his feet.
Close call.
It is a close call.
Judge for Schiller? What's your ruling?
I think that was a charge. Yep. Once you get 2 feet on the ground before the player is airborne, you can move.
What a rebound by Williams. Dandridge can't follow, and he hung on the rim.
We got 2 things here. It looked like basket interference first because they pulled the rim down.
And look at Larry Brown.
Interesting discussion right now between the officials. Do they have a foul or do they have a basket interference first? Okay, so they have a technical foul on Memphis for pulling the rim down.
So that's going to go on Dandridge. And Boborowski coming over to explain. Hunter Couture is going to go to the line and shoot the free throw. So here's Dandridge. Grab the rim with both hands. That's the technical. And that means it'll be free throws for Virginia Tech and possession of the basketball.
Wow.
First miss of the season from the free throw line for Hunter Couture.
What the official said on that play was they'll let the player hang on the rim when it's a safety issue. But in that particular case, they didn't feel like it was a safety issue, and they felt like the player on Memphis grabbed the rim with both hands and pulled it down. If it was a safety issue with a player underneath them, they would have let that go. Look at Bates, man. He's locked in. 17 years old.
Murphy blocked again by Duren.
Murphy's had a tough time. You'd expect that. This is a different animal than playing at Wofford. He's a good player. He'll adjust throughout the season, and you're not going to see that kind of length from a lot of players in college basketball.
Lomax too strong. Aluma another rebound. Kevin Aluma's got 14 points and 9 boards tonight.
Great job of switching. Alex Lomax, the defensive quarterback.
Mutz off the curl, no good. Lomax looking for Dandridge. Gives it up. Duren. A little bit of a line drive from the free throw line by Jalen Duren.
Don't think you're going to find 5 better defensive teams in the country this year, Rich, than this Memphis team. Now, the key's going to be offense, taking care of the ball, getting good looks. Look at the harassment.
No open shots.
No.
Hunter Couture goes flying, and we have a timeout on the floor. 7:03. Memphis has extended its lead to 7 over Virginia Tech. Well, Feast Week is not just a week. Feast Week is a couple of weeks, and we can't wait for that. 53-45, 8-point lead for Memphis. Here's tonight's game track, brought to you by visitorlando.com. 24 bench points for Memphis. If you think it's just about Bates and Duren, you're sorely mistaken. And Virginia Tech leads a little more offensive firepower as well. Kevin Aluma and Naheem Aline have accounted for the majority of their points.
Hard to find offensive firepower against this team, Memphis. And, you know, for Memphis, guys like Nolley, who was All-American last year, All-American Conference, that is. Alex Lomax, Dandridge, guys who have had key roles. They're still going to have key roles, but it's a different, Quinones, it's a different kind of team. It's not that they're going to play through Bates and Duren. It's just, you've got 8 or 9 starters, and you're going to have to share the ball.
Couture!
Quick release, as quick as you'll see in the ACC. He has not gotten that good a look all night long.
9 points now for Hunter Couture. Virginia Tech still within striking distance. Bates tries for three, way off the mark.
Oh, good rebound by Williams.
Williams spins left, can't hit. Offensive rebound and the putback.
How about that? He's relentless. Oh, a technical foul. It's going to be on Williams. Don't need to do that. Williams has worn Virginia Tech out all night long. He's a junkyard dog, but Bo Borowski said, nope, we're not going to handle that kind of woofing.
So now, not only is it a free throw, but it also stops the clock.
Yeah. I'll tell you, he was great on it. Watch him continue to work. All right, let's see. It's all right. We're going to watch and see if we can find out why he was given a T right here. He scores. And he obviously said something to the official. You just can't do that. These guys are not going to take that. It's maturity, although he's what, 25? 25. You can't really say he's...
It's been around a time or two.
Yeah, exactly. It's not necessary.
Here's Aluma. Aggressive. And Mutz finishes.
Mutz is as relentless as Williams is. Nice drive by Aluma, and Mutz just cleaned it up.
Look at this, Fran.
It's crazy.
Game again.
It is unbelievable. We said all night long that Virginia Tech keeps weathering the storm. Almost got a steal right there and a tie.
10 on the shot clock. Williams thought about it.
Yeah, because they're giving it to him.
And 4 to shoot. Bates got to go. Did he get it off? I don't think he did. And we're going the other way. A chance for Virginia Tech to tie or take their first lead of the game with a 3.
You're going to see the maturity and the experience of Virginia Tech versus some of the youth and inexperience of Memphis. When you talk about Bates as your primary ball handler, now Lomax in, he can settle you down. Murphy's going to need a restraining order on Lomax. Look at this. Wow. That's what you expect out of Alex Lomax.
Yeah. He doesn't leave anything on the floor except for some floorboards.
Yeah, watch this.
That's like what they teach NFL defenses.
Yeah, rip the ball out.
Yeah.
Once Murphy cut to the corner, Lomax said, well, might as well try to steal this.
Inbounds, trouble. Here's Couture. He knocked down that last 3. 8 on the shot clock for the Hokies. Aluma.
He should shoot that.
He's got to go. Working on Duren. And the foul called. So that's the 3rd on Jalen Duren.
You know, I watch this right here. Now, this looks like a shot that he would normally take, but you see Duren is kind of baiting him to take it, and then he just drives Duren, and Duren's got to move his feet a little bit better right there. And he'll get better and better at that. That's not a foul in AAU, and I don't mean that in any negative way. Just playing the college of basketball now, and you put your hands on somebody, they're going to call it, and he'll adjust.
Kevin misses the front end of the 1-and-1.
And he just adjusted by rebounding that ball over the square.
Memphis 2-point lead and the ball. Bates aggressive. Finger roll goes nowhere. Under 5 minutes to go in this one. And Naheem Aline gives Virginia Tech their first lead of the night.
Emoni Bates was just leveled with a great screen by Justin Mutz. Wow! It just freed Aline enough to get a semi-good look. Watch this Watch this screen right here. Emoni Bates, 17 years old. He runs right into Justin Mutz right here. Legal. A great challenge by Duren. And the Emoni just makes a tough shot. And this gives Virginia Tech another lead. Let's watch this now. Coming up the floor, rebound by Aluma. Bates picks up a lean, and he disappears.
Hard to make a 6'9" player disappear, but Justin Mutz did just that.
Smart. What did you say that Mike Young said about Justin Mutz?
He's the highest IQ of any player he's coached in 36 years.
And in transition, Mutz says, I think I'll just set a screen here. And folks, that's a legal screen.
And Emoni, who is 3 for 5 from three-point range, is the leading scorer in this ball game with 18 points. Keve Aluma, a double-double, 14 points and 10 boards. And Mike Young has got his first lead of the night with 4:36 to go. Here's Quinones. Check by Murphy. Quick three.
Nice big shot.
What an answer by Landers Nolley.
They needed that. Kind of ironic, right? Former Hokie. Harris is terrific, but he's got to be careful. You don't want to put Murphy on the line. Just be solid. Same thing with the entire team. Just be solid. Make him make tough shots.
There's Mutz.
Try to double.
Yeah. That three too strong, and Bates rebounds.
Oh, we're going to have fun, Rich.
Lester Quinones wasn't paying attention. And Emoni Bates wasn't paying attention that Quinones wasn't paying attention.
Penny's coaching his team from the side.
Bates draws the foul. What a game we got at Barclays. Stay with us. Has this not been a great day for college basketball? I'm joined by Fran Fraschilla. This is Rich Hollenberg. 58-56, number 9 Memphis with the lead. This is how they got the lead back.
Big shot, second field goal of the night for Landers Nolley. Last year, he was second team All-American Conference, AAC. Took 11 shots a game. This year, he's only taking 6 shots a game. But Rich, he scores easier than most anybody on this team. And I have a feeling you'll see him getting back to a point where Penny relies on him the way he did a year ago. Love Bates, love Duren. But Nolley's a guy that can put the ball in the basket. You're going to see some offense, defense now coming from this Tiger team, which we told you is already deep enough.
So now Bates and Nolley check out. And Lomax and Timberlake check in. Token pressure by Penny Hardaway's Tigers.
I wouldn't say it's token when it comes from Alex Lomax, you know what I mean?
He's got the green light.
Yeah, I think
on
so.
Defense.
Yeah, just don't foul. Be aggressive, don't foul.
Aluma, the handoff. Couture, the three. Too strong. Who wants it?
Yeah, good effort.
Comes away with it.
Mutz did a terrific job of just battling and knocking that ball back out. But again, no airspace for Murphy.
Aluma for three.
Good look. I'll live with that.
Memphis with the ball and a 3-point lead. Now 3 minutes to go in this semifinal in the UPSI NIT season tip-off. The winner plays Iowa State in the championship game Friday. Seven to shoot. Lomax. Here's Duren with 1 on the clock. Got it up. No good. Rebound cleared by Elaine.
Terrific box out by all three. Hokies in the paint.
Raheem Aline can't get it to go.
He lost the ball on his hand. He was trying to make contact with the defender, and it just slipped out of his hand.
Lomax. And nobody jumped for that rebound. Met at the rim, Aluma fouls Jalen Duren, and he goes down hard. Well, the bad boy mowers battle for Atlantis continues tomorrow, Thanksgiving Day from the Bahamas. And if tomorrow was anywhere near as good as today was, we're in for a treat. Both semifinals matching up on ESPN at 12 Eastern and 5 Eastern. It'll be Michigan State, Tom Izzo, facing Dan Hurley in 22nd ranked UConn, who got past Auburn in double overtime. VCU upset Syracuse, and the defending national champion, 6th ranked Baylor, advanced to the semifinals as well.
That's going to be fun. Danny Hurley's got a team that's going to challenge at the top of the Big East. UConn, what a great addition to the Big East.
Like it should be. UConn in the Big East.
Can we get Syracuse back? Maybe Pitt?
Did you get Dana O'Neill's book yet?
I have. I read it. Start to finish.
Yeah.
Dana O'Neill on the Big East.
Yeah.
Get it. Read it. Great history. It's a shame, you know, Boston College, Pitt, Syracuse. I know it's a football league now, the ACC.
Yeah.
That's what they tell me. But just missed Syracuse playing Georgetown, Villanova, and UConn. Doesn't seem like it makes any sense.
No doubt. These two are Metro Conference rivals.
They were
dating
big
back to
rivals.
The 70s. There's from 1975 to 1995. The Metro Conference was a tough-nosed conference. And it was Memphis State back then.
Memphis State, Cincinnati,
they took on Virginia Tech in a lot of wars.
Look, Virginia Tech had a guy named Curry that was pretty good back then.
That's right. Well, if there's a big three for Memphis, it would be these three. Emoni Bates, Jalen Duren, and Landers Nolley. And they were combined scoreless in the first half. They have now teamed up for 14 points in the second half.
Hey, one quick thing about the officiating tonight. I mentioned this in the first half, early second half. They took control of this game, Rich, and it's, you know, I like what they've done. They've kind of cleaned up the contact. And this game's had good flow down the stretch.
Duren off the mark. Still a one-possession ball game. Penny Hardaway's Tigers at 59-56. 2 minutes to go.
Better block out if you're in a white jersey right now, because they are relentless.
And he missed them both. Monks with the rebound. What do you do if you're Virginia Tech offensively?
Get the ball over half court without turning it over. Here they go.
They do that. Aluma at close range, patient, can't get it to go.
He's been challenged all night at the rim. And I keep telling you, Rich, you cannot baby the ball up there. He's physical enough to power it through, but give Memphis credit. Great challenge without fouling.
Hokies have missed their last 5 field goals. Williams. Tough. The follow by Duren.
Usually that's a dunk. This kid's got great hands, great elevation, but he'll take it. Love the pressure.
There's Couture. The kick out. Aluma. Too strong on the 3, and it's cleared by Duren. Counting down to 1 minute.
Yeah, good look, but they run at you like they come out of nowhere, like there's 8 blue jerseys out there.
And a timeout called by Penny Hardaway. 1 timeout remaining for each team.
Watch the effort on the glass. Memphis has done a great job all night long on the offensive glass as Penny Hardaway wants to make sure they settle. Watch Williams, watch Duren inside. Hey, we'll take it. Little tip in right there.
A 43-32 advantage for the Tigers on the boards, to your point.
We would have expected that coming in. What Memphis has done probably best tonight is they've taken a rhythm offense, an offense that has great flow and ball movement, and they've just totally taken away their rhythm. The pressure, the trapping, the challenge of the shots inside and on the three-point line. The offense hasn't been pretty, but the defense has been exquisite. It's been a masterpiece.
Neither of these two teams has been in a close game so far this season. Virginia Tech 5-0. They have allowed teams only 48 points per game. Memphis 4-0. They're scoring 85 points a game. They'll be well below that tonight. Here's a lead off the steal. And he missed the layup.
He missed the layup because Williams made a great play, a great hustle play. Aleem is an elite athlete, but if you would get a chance to watch Williams run the floor right here, this is unbelievable. Take a look. Watch the steal right here by Mutz. Ball is loose. And watch Williams. This is an unbelievable play right there to cut in front of Aleem without fouling. This is a high IQ basketball play. And Aleem still should have made the layup, but give DeAndre Williams credit. Remember, this program turned around last year, and Larry Brown saying no foul. This looks familiar, doesn't it?
He forgets that he's just the consigliere on this team. All of a sudden, he's head coach Larry Brown again.
There's nothing wrong with that.
No. That play reminded me of DK Metcalf chasing down Peter Baker in the NFL last year for the Seattle Seahawks.
Great hustle.
Yeah. If they hand out a player of the game for Memphis, it would be DeAndre Williams.
Well, listen, if you watch Memphis last year, he was probably their MVP at the end of the year.
Oops. And a travel called. And Virginia Tech might be out of punches in this one.
Guess who? DeAndre Williams. And we talked about Mutz being a defensive wizard. And you look at the American Conference, DeAndre Williams defensively, you got to put him at the top of the list. I'm sure we could find somebody from Houston like a Fabian White, but DeAndre Williams needs to be on that list.
And when it came down to closing time, this Memphis defense gritted its teeth and held Virginia Tech scoreless over the last 4 minutes and 6 seconds.
And I would say, Rich, they have been great for 40 minutes. They really have. The offense is a work in progress.
Bates gave it up. Williams got to be careful over there.
Bates' biggest issue is he's 17 years old, and he played with Team Final, a good AAU team out of Philly. These are really important games, and decision-making is going to be his biggest growth going forward. He's not a point guard yet, even though he's got some of those skills, but this is a learning process for him. He's a talent.
And it was one of the reasons he ended up
coming to
Memphis.
Coming to play for Penny Hardaway, who's the ultimate big point guard.
Right.
Maybe Magic Johnson and a couple others, but Penny's in that ilk. Pretty good talent, isn't he?
Yeah. 2 for 2 for Bates to salt it away.
Good win for Memphis.
Storm Murphy. First points of the second half for Storm Murphy, and Mike Young uses his final timeout. So Virginia Tech, one of only a small handful of major conference teams to start the season at 5-0, will drop to 5-1. But they've proven something, if not to everybody else in the country, they've proven something to themselves. They can play against some of the more talented teams in this nation.
I think, Rich, they got to get better at this. I know coming in, the game plan by Memphis was to disrupt them. And I hope they get better from this game, because very few teams in America can disrupt you the way Memphis does. I don't think this was a great Virginia Tech performance at all. I think Mike Young will watch this tape and show his team and say, we can play a lot better than this. Right. But he also has to recognize that this team that they played against is elite defensively. That's how you get better.
Yeah. Doesn't get much easier for them either. On Friday, they have to face an angry 25th ranked Xavier team.
Well, they got punched in the mouth tonight. They're going to have to respond, because that was not pretty. And kudos to Iowa State and the job TJ Altenberger did. That was a clinic.
Talk about defense. Woo. We've seen some superior defensive team efforts in these first 2 games.
Well, since Penny Hardaway's gotten to Memphis, they've been one of the best defensive teams in the country. And how about this guy, man? It's so good to watch him coach. Penny to have that kind of firepower on the bench. Cody Toppert, Rasheed Wallace, Larry Brown. It's amazing. You could take Penny Hardaway and put him in the NBA, and that would be a really good NBA coaching staff.
Oh, my goodness.
That's a lot of wins right there. The guy on the left wasn't bad either.
How'd you like to have Thanksgiving dinner with the Memphis Tigers tomorrow? Sit there in between Larry Brown and Rasheed Wallace and Penny Hardaway.
I'd rather have Thanksgiving dinner with them than Virginia Tech and Xavier, okay? But you and I and our guy Mike Rosenblum going to have a nice dinner in New York City
That's
tomorrow.
right. Aline and DeAndre Williams will close it out.
Fitting.
With one more rebound.
Fitting.
And that gives him a double-double on the evening.
Yep, fitting. He's been the key guy all night long, as he was at the end of last year. Got a little Rodman in him. He's a live wire. Love watching him play. Love watching him win an NIT title. Of course, remember, the whole key this season is to get to the NCAA tournament. That's what Memphis fans want. Firepower's here. We'll see them try to win an NIT tip-off championship on Friday.
Williams now has 15 points to go along with 10 rebounds. I think Rasheed Wallace would approve.
Larry Brown, they're saying, Coach, relax. Coach, we had this all the way. You see Sean Forrest behind them. He's been an assistant coach for a long time. Relax, Coach. We got this. Never in doubt.
Season high 16 for DeAndre Williams. So the old man of this Memphis Tigers team teaches the youngsters a new lesson.
Hold on. We got the end of the game yet.
And Emoni Bates. Penny's looking at Emoni Bates like you can't do that. Not sure.
Okay,
but it is final.
This is the Brent Musburger rule right here, okay? This is a new rule from 2 years ago. They have to finish the game. I say Brent Musburger, we know why. If there's a foul before the horn, they have to play the entire 40 minutes out, because there are people that care about the outcome, even though it's in doubt. So let's just take a look right here. There's actually a rule that's been put in place that you have to finish the game. There's the foul by Emoni Bates, which, Emoni, I don't know why you fouled him.
No idea why.
Yeah. Let's take a look. Okay. See, they're gonna put a second or 9. So that's the rule. I mean, it's the Brent Musburger rule, okay?
And I don't know, maybe for a 17-year-old, that's his version of playing hard through the whistle.
No, but that doesn't. I mean, he's not gonna.
Yeah. The refs are taking a look.
We got it.
Matt Potter's coming over to explain. But you could see Anthony Hardaway, as he was getting ready to shake hands with Mike Young, he was looking at Emoni Bates like, you can't do that.
Well, that's the rule. They put it. The NCAA put this rule in 2 years ago, and they basically said you have to finish the game. And the reason, let's be honest, the reason you finish the game is because of the line. And the line may mean something to people.
Yeah.
And it's the way it is. We can talk about it now. Brent and I talked about it on a number of occasions when I worked with him. And so we're going to finish the game with .2, and hopefully, I don't know what the over/under was. I don't know what the line was, but that's why we're finishing the game. I don't think this is a bad beat.
Naheem Aline hits 3 free throws. He now has 21 on the game. That's a season high.
Don't foul.
And now the handshake after the handshake. And it's official. Memphis 69, Virginia Tech 61, and the number 9 ranked Tigers will advance to the UPSI NIT season tip-off championship game. That will be held Friday, and the Tigers will be facing the Iowa State Cyclones. Cyclones are going to go for 2 wins against top 25 teams here in Brooklyn on Friday night. We hope you'll join us then at 9:30 Eastern on ESPN. Our final score once again, Memphis wins it over Virginia Tech. For everybody here at ESPN, including my broadcast partner, Fran Fraschilla. Coming up next, the Maui Jim Maui Invitational with John Schriffen and Corey Alexander.